Hello and welcome to Roofline Solutions. I'd just like to take this opportunity to tell you a little bit about us and what we do. Roofline Solutions was established in 2002 with 2 installers and 1 vehicle. Our sole objective was to deliver the highest possible standards ever in workmanship, professionalism and service. Nearly 6 years on, 12 members of staff, a fleet of vehicles, and these values still hold true. I started Roofline Solutions 6 years ago with the sole purpose of delivering a A1 service, passion, people who can do it right. And we have produced a team here which I think can deliver that punch, impact, commitment to our customers. And that's purely what we're about, delivering a top quality product, top quality service to all our customers at a reasonable price. After the salesman has contacted the customer, he will turn up on a pre-arranged time and date, come into the property and show you the products and explain in a full and comprehensive way exactly what you're going to have done, i.e. replacements, fascia boards, soffits, are you going to have a verge replacement, are the felt edges going to need to be replaced. So you're left in no doubt really as to exactly what's going to be done by the time he leaves.
What we use is a solid soffit board which just goes together. This is our over fascia vent, which sits on top of the fascia board. We use plastic membrane which goes up under the tiles, up to the battens, comes over the over fascia vent, and that is hidden by the gutter, so it's all nice and clean and tidy. Runs the water into the gutter and keeps your soffits nice and dry.
On most installations, the box end's the bit that people most know. The bit at the end of the gable end, it's a great big lump of plastic, and if it doesn't look right and level and straight, the whole job's thrown out.
Hiding all fixings, everything behind the corner trims, like so, and not having any pins and stuff in the box ends, makes it look a lot tidier, more to the original, and allows for expansion in plastics, which is a big thing which you have to allow for, and it just makes it all look a lot tidier and a better product in the long run. What we like to do also with Roofline is, instead of putting a ventilated soffit underneath, which has lots of little grooves in and over time gets dirty, and it's one of the things that you can't get clean no matter how much you try, is we prefer to use what they call an overvent system, which is nailed on top of your fascia, and then the felt comes over the top, which allows airflow to go through the top of the fascia, and ventilated loft space, which is building regs now, has to be fitted. So as a rule, we like to fit that, but we do either the top or below soffit vent to accommodate whatever customer wants.
At Roofline Solutions, we pride ourselves on our impeccable service and unrivaled quality. But don't just take my word for it, listen to some of my customers.
The guys, when they came out, there was a couple of them, very friendly, very courteous. They got on with the work. When they did the work, they cleaned up after them. You wouldn't even know they'd been here. It was lovely.
They were very reliable. They were here on time, which is not usual really. It's very unusual because usually these firms says, oh, we'll be there at such and such a time, but they're never here. Right. But they were here more or less within a couple of minutes of the time.
I was driving down the A287, which I usually do on the way back from work, and I saw their advertising board up, and I thought, oh, Roofline, that's on my doorstep. I'll give them a call and see what sort of quote they can do me, and go from there. But I'd also been recommended to them by someone else as well, so I thought, well, even more reason. So I gave them a call and got a reasonably good quote. And also, I always believe it's good to use local businesses, because if you don't use a local business, local firm, then they're always going to do, in my opinion, a good job.
When I'd finished with the sales guy, I then had a surveyor come out, and he just went over what the sales guy had gone through with me. He looked at the outside of the house. He then went through step by step what would happen when the workmen came to do the job.
They come the following week and measured up, and within about 2 weeks of that it was done. And they made a fantastic job of it.
When I got in contact with Roofline, I already had 2 more quotes, but they come in at about the same price range. But when I looked at the products, I realised that the Roofline product was definitely far superior. Being someone that is used to this sort of materials and things like that, I could just tell that it was just far superior. And I thought, well, I'd rather have a good job done than go for a cheaper quote and then regret it afterwards, because at the end of the day, you know, you try and cut corners and it just comes back to haunt you later on.